Okay, for the longest time, I've been wanting to start my own skincare business. However, I have no clue how to even start it. Do I need a business plan? Do I need to contact some people first? Maybe. In this series, I will dive into how you can successfully start your own business. I have so many questions, but by the end of this series, I will be able to walk away with the answer to the following. How can I start my own business? How to raise money? How to build a product? And how I can market it. Hi Jade, how are you?
Hey Andrea, nice to see you again. I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Very good. Why am I calling you?
My name is Jade Darmawangsa. I'm the founder of a company called X8 Media, and we make videos for brands.
Why do I need you right now?
I don't know, you kind of just called me out of the blue. I don't know what this is for.
I need help because I want to build a business. And if there's anyone I know that knows how to do that, it's you, lady.
I'm excited. What's the business?
I love skincare. So I want to do something related to skincare. I'm not exactly sure what right now. I'm in the process of learning how I can build a product, how I can market it, how I can even start. That is the problem. I have no clue where to freaking start. What is the first thing I need to think about when I'm planning on starting a business?
I mean, honestly, I can break down what you need in 3 parts. The first thing is you need a business plan, and this is touching on financials. So essentially, the business plan is how much money you're going to make and how much money do you need to make money. Business plan essentially is the proof that what you have is a profitable business. The second thing is you need a product. Once you establish there's a market for it, there's a demand for your product, you can now build the product. When it comes to building the product, you have a couple options. There's white labeling. If you're doing skincare, you can brand your branding on top of another formulation from a scientist. But if you want to do full custom, that will take a factory, years of experience, and people have done it. It's just taking longer. So there's 2 options you have there. The last thing is marketing. Now, the thing that a lot of people mistake is they think that you need to do step 1, 2, and 3 in that order. But in actuality, you really want to do all of it at once. And that's why it's so hard to start a business, because you have to literally be the janitor. You have to be the marketer. You have to be the boss, but you also have to be the person that does the finances.
I have a business plan printed right here. Now, is this even, do they work?
It's pretty much bullshit, and here's why. The minute I saw legal aspect of the structure, the name, that doesn't matter. I have filled out them before. They're really helpful when you get started, but in regards to actually starting a business, here's what people mistake. To me, a business plan is proving 3 things, which is there's a demand for your product. The second thing you have to prove is that your product is profitable. Now, the last question that's so hard to prove is there enough people to make your business profitable? All you need is to answer those 3 questions. I think your worksheet is cute. I prefer something called a lean Canva. It's a worksheet you can do that's a little bit more focused on what you'll need.
And it says problem solution. They want to start a business and they're selling, for example, stickers. What's the problem that you're trying to solve with stickers?
So sometimes your problem could just be a better experience. Like, for example, stickers provide a better experience to people's cognitive goals. A sticker has a quote reminding you something positive. So it is difficult when your business is non-necessity. Is your skincare business, do you think, hovering between both, or do you think it's more leaning towards improvement of an experience?
That is my thing. I was thinking of both. I was like, okay, what's the leisure aspect of skincare that I could jump on? And there's jade rollers, washa, all of these tools that people use to apply the actual products that I love. Things like that are easier to produce, or at least more marketable, because you are not counting on any formulation or anything. So it would be more leisure.
With an entrepreneur, you have so much to do. Sometimes the best thing is to focus. Maybe you can't develop product and market a good product. And it's better not to have a half-assed job of both. So if you just make a simpler product so you can focus on marketing, then you have a higher chance of success. And later with that capital, you can develop formula. Welcome to the world of VC. Do you know what VC is?
No.
Okay. So there's another world called venture capital.
Yeah, I've heard.
Where an entrepreneur, the goal is not to make money. It's to spend as much money for growth. Basically, you're unprofitable for a long time. So if you don't have $1 million paycheck from investors to formulate your product, then the best thing you can do is start small, and then with that, your own capital, invest into the business. So you could be your own investor.
From your own experience, what were the things that you did to start your first physical business?
Do not think about money for the first 2 years, because it's going to be the best experience of your life, but it's not going to be profitable. I remember there was a point, so the box was marketed at $20. Guess how much it costs to produce?
Don't tell me more.
It costs So for every box we sold, I lost $5. here's the thing. So you're gonna be like, wait, why, Jade? So the reason why is because the business model for the box is because the more customers we have, you're actually using that resource of community to sell to brands so they can upsell their products. So the idea is there's something called customer acquisition cost. It's called CAC. You're gonna hear this term thrown around. So your CAC is how much it costs to get a single sale. A little hack for a lower CAC is having a personal brand. Your product doesn't go from wrong to right. It goes from wrong to less wrong. I really recommend people to have the mindset of tweaking small changes every single day to make it work.
What was that first thing that you thought of when starting a business?
If I were waking up one day and I just start all over again, the number one thing I would do is to call people. I think the minute I had the idea, I believe I was on the phone for like 10 hours one day, just calling people. Hey, what do you think about this? Is this something that's gonna be something that you value? I had this idea. I called people, not only that my friends, because friends just try to cheerlead you on, but I called my network, people who are also entrepreneurs, similar to this. Because as an entrepreneur, you slowly realize that your ideas are not going to work. The market is going to work. So you have to be a good listener.
What would you say comes afterwards? How do I build a product? Is building a product the idea of the product?
To be very honest, you do not need the product first. I consulted a company that spent around $180,000 in inventory before doing any marketing. Or I say company because it wasn't really selling. Anyway, she hired me for marketing, but the issue is she ordered the product first, then did marketing for it. And then inventory was sitting in the garage. That is like the nightmare. You can market your product without having the product.
Maybe I should focus on something that's simple and that can also cater to a problem, but that is more of a leisure problem.
100%. You're the jade roller, the headband, even the rope. Starting with that, I think it's genius. I think you're gonna save so much time with that, especially since you know that you don't want to half-ass a product. I don't think white labeling is bad, but like you can try it. I know what you mean though. Skincare is one of those things where, because you can white label a lot of products. Skincare.
Now, when you first did this, you didn't have a company. If there was a sale, how would you deal with that?
You know, there's sometimes when you sell the vision too well, people buy into it, but you don't have the product. And it's honestly a good problem to have. Before you hate on me, pre-order your apps, be clear with your customer. Don't tell them that you're going to deliver tomorrow. But if you use Shopify to build your website, you can add a plugin called a pre-order button, and it just signals to the customer there's going to be a month delay. And with that month delay, it buys you time to get the product.
Has there ever been a business that you tried starting that didn't go well?
I have never stopped a business fully. I think a lot of people think stopping a business is like the end of the world, but as an entrepreneur, your job is solving problems. And just because you don't sell a product doesn't mean you evolve as a person. It's not a bad thing to stop something, because when you fail, you learn. And when you learn, you get better. And the next time you do it, you know more.
Girl, you're spilling all the wisdom over here. I love it. This video call, this has been step number 1 for me. If you have any advice for me, what would you say should be my step number 2?
Your step number 2 is talk to someone that has the business you want. I would talk to someone who has been in your industry.
I like that. Now, anything else that you would want people to know, or young aspiring entrepreneurs to know about the business world?
I would say that the word entrepreneur, it's in my Instagram bio because it looks good, right? But in actuality, it is literally the most non-sexy thing in the world. I'm not gonna lie, once you start to realize how unprofitable a physical business is, you're gonna be like, why am I here? The reason why you start a business is because you love solving problems, you love creating a vision, you just like freedom. But if you ask yourself, what is my why? And you only say money, you're gonna be screwed. But if you can answer it and you say, because I love it, because I like people's reaction, because I like helping people, you're gonna be fine.
Oh, I love that. You're gonna make me cry over here. Well, Jade, thank you so much, because this has been extremely helpful. You have no idea.
Thank you so much, Andrea. It was super fun. Good luck with your business.
Thank you. So that was a very eventful conversation. I'm so happy about it, because after I left that session with Jade, I felt like I'm running the world like it's nobody's business. I have so many tools after that conversation, but I think the major takeaways from our whole entire session are, first thing is that if you start a business to try and make money or get rich fast, it's just not gonna happen, most likely. The second takeaway is that you can market a product without actually having the product developed yet. Crazy, but it makes so much sense now that I've heard about it. Lastly, you will have to take on the role of everything. You will have to wear all the hats in your company, so be prepared. Now on to bigger things, guys. Let's see what happens.